Welcome to day number 6, and today I'm going to give you the most powerful lever that you can use to improve your health. So we're going to talk about oils because you want to avoid these oils: corn oil, canola oil, cottonseed oil, soybean oils, sunflower oils, safflower oils, rapeseed oil. These are oils that are manufactured by companies for high profit margin to make your food shelf stable. Meaning, if you buy something, let's say you buy a energy bar. If you bought that energy bar, it's in a package, it's going to last a very long time on the shelf. So that helps a company not to lose money due to something going rotten. If you bought that same energy bar from somebody who made it from scratch, from real ingredients, that energy bar is not going to last more than a few days, or maybe in the refrigerator for a few weeks. So you see the reasoning behind why all of these industrial oils are used in foods today because of profit margin. But unfortunately, you pay the price when it comes to your health. So even though you might be getting a bargain with processed foods and being cheap and cheerful and tasty, you're going to pay a very heavy price when it comes to the malfunction of your body. Think of those as ingesting crude oil because a lot of heat and chemicals had to be applied in order to extract these oils. And that's what changed the chemistry of these oils, which your body considers them toxic. So therefore, what your body does is it puts them into your fat cells. It stores them away to keep them away from important organs. But the problem with these crude oils is they cannot be burned off. They're stored in your fat cells, and they can lead to cancer. But they also can lead to you hanging on to fat. And the way you get rid of them is your body will detoxify. And we're going to talk about that more in the future. But for right now, this is another avenue for you to work on when it comes to solving your fat problem. You're going to stop putting these into your body, or at the very minimum, you're going to decrease the amount you put in your body. So you need to start reading labels. The simplest thing that you can do moving forward, when you go to a fast food restaurant, what you want to avoid is anything that is deep fried. You do that and you will be much healthier, even if you still eat just at a fast food restaurant. Be smarter about your choices. Same goes for a high-end fancy restaurant, because I guarantee you they're not going to spend the money to deep fry in a healthier oil. So a healthier oil, for example, would be avocado oil. If you're going to deep fry something, yes, avocado oil is less toxic. But I'm not recommending that you eat deep fried food, because if you're truly wanting health and you want to get rid of that stubborn belly fat, you need to stop putting these industrial oils into your body. I have a client who actually came from another country where he asked me about palm oil. I will say that palm oil, you have to be careful for how it is manufactured. If it comes from the fruit and it's red palm oil, that is a healthy choice. If it comes from the seed, that is not a healthy choice, because then it takes too much extraction process and heat to get the oil out of it. So the bottom line is this: you want to stick to things like butter, olive oil, and coconut oil. When you're cooking at home, you have control over what goes into your food. This is why eating at home more often is better than eating out. But it doesn't mean if you eat out all the time, you can't be healthy. You just have to make better choices when you're eating out. You don't have control over what they put into the food, but you can be smart about at least not ordering anything deep fried, because there's less chance of you having the higher toxic levels of the crude oil. So what these crude oils do is they damage your cell membrane, and they damage the batteries that are inside of the cell, which are called the mitochondria. The batteries are what create energy for the cell to do the work that it needs to do. And all of our body parts are made out of cells. And what will happen is you will have your body malfunction when this goes on. And I could go on to a laundry list of disease that will happen due to this, but all you have to remember is all of your body parts are made out of cells. Anytime you have disease, you can trace it back to cellular damage. This is why this one discussion today about avoiding these crude oils will help immensely in your path to getting rid of stubborn belly fat and reversing disease. And here's the other problem that arises. Your body is aware that these crude oils are toxic to it, so it will store them in the fat cells because your body wants to get rid of this toxicity away from the organs that matter. And unfortunately, they cannot be burned off. Unlike sugar that can be burned off, you can't burn off these toxic crude oils. It takes about 1.5 years for them to cycle out of your body. I love French fries, but do I eat French fries all the time? No. They're few and far between, and I enjoy them from real potatoes made at a restaurant. Are they using healthy oils to fry them in? Absolutely not. But again, I'm very conscious of not eating them on a regular basis. So I'm not saying that you have to stop them altogether. You have to decrease them. Decrease them so that you can increase better health for yourself and get rid of that stubborn belly fat. When you choose to cook at home, I cook with lard, but I use the lard that I render from bacon that is from sustainably raised pigs. They're not coming from an industrialized pig like from Oscar Mayer or Farmer John bacon, because the toxins stay into the fat, which is why when you cook with lard, you have to get it from the right source. The other option you have is cooking with ghee. Ghee is clarified butter. And you can also cook with coconut oil. I use coconut oil when anything that is sweet. I love putting it into waffles instead of using vegetable oil or corn oil. And yes, I do make packaged waffles. I don't make them from scratch. These are just the simple swaps that you can do to better your health. If you think it's expensive to eat healthy, nope, you're going to pay either way. Whether you put the investment into your food or whether you're going to pay dearly on the other side when it comes to your healthcare costs. You decide which way you want to go. I do want to give you some background so that you can be all the wiser of how profits drive these poor decisions for us Americans and our food supply. Procter & Gamble is a company that created Crisco years ago. And when they created it, they knew that it was more than likely not good for your body. So what they did is they invested very wisely into giving money to the American Heart Association, so that the American Heart Association would look the other way when it came to the dangers of ingesting Crisco and these oils. This is the connection of where this silly little symbol of being heart healthy came from. So buyer beware whenever you see it on a package. The way they did that is they used this doctor, Dr. Ansel Keys, to create unsubstantiated claims that made saturated fat, which is fat from Mother Nature, the bad guy, and to get doctors and people in the health industry to look at these oils in liquid form as the healthier option. And there's where we started going down the wrong path. But as long as you understand that this was profit-driven, not health-driven, you will be all the wiser when it comes to scrutinizing things that come out of the American Heart Association. For instance, they call high blood pressure a disease. And it's not a disease. It is a symptom of inflammation that you can resolve. And again, that is something we will be talking about in the future episodes. So look forward to catching you on the other side for day 7.